So I've had my Chase Sapphire Reserve credit card for about a year now, and I could honestly say that I use this card more than any of my other cards. Now this card has some really awesome perks that we'll go over later in this video, but I could honestly say that this card has tremendously benefited my family and I. From free travel to food credit, this card doesn't have it all, but it has exactly what I'm looking for and what I need. So if you're thinking about getting this card, watch this video because I'm going to cover the following: what the benefits of the Sapphire Reserve are and how I best use it, what the cost of the Sapphire Reserve is and how to reduce it, what I dislike about the Chase Sapphire Reserve, how to travel hack with the Chase Sapphire Reserve, and what you'll need as far as a credit score and credit profile in order to get a 100% application approval. So if this interests you, stick around. Now, my name is Art, welcome to my channel, and if you like content just like this, do me a favor and consider subscribing. And if you find value in this video, do me a favor and smash that like button so that YouTube knows that this is really good content and it can be shared and distributed to more people just like us. Now, let's jump right in. What are the benefits and the best use of the Chase Sapphire Reserve? Now, first, the Chase Sapphire Reserve comes with a sign-up bonus of 60,000 Chase points after you spend $4,000 in the first 3 months. Chase advertises that the 60,000 points is worth $900 in value if you use it through their travel portal, but if you transfer those same exact points to other places like the World of Hyatt, then you get far more value than $900. Here's an example. If you're planning on vacationing to the Bahamas in the near future, you can stay at the Grand Hyatt Baha Mar for $500 a night, or you could book it for 21,000 points per night. That's 3 whole days in the Bahamas for free just by hitting the sign-up bonus on the Chase Sapphire Reserve. Another great benefit about the Chase Sapphire Reserve is that they partner with other companies where you'll enjoy free memberships or subscriptions or monthly credit. For instance, you'll get 2 free years of Lift Pink, which is a membership that is valued at $199 per year. With Lift Pink, you'll get 10% off of luxury rides, priority pickup, and 10x back for every dollar that you spend with Lyft. You also get a free subscription to Caviar as well as DoorDash, which unlocks $0 delivery fee, a monthly $5 credit to DoorDash, and you'll also get a free year of Instacart Plus membership, and that comes with a $15 credit that you could spend with Instacart. My wife uses this every single month when ordering groceries, so it not only saves us on grocery costs, but it also saves us on fuel costs and the time that we drive spending there and back. Now with the Chase Sapphire Reserve, you'll also get a $300 annual credit that you could use on flights, hotels, motels, timeshares, car rentals, travel agencies, campgrounds, and so much more. You'll also get complimentary airport lounge access to over 1,300 airport lounges around the world. And Chase has their signature Sapphire lounges in Boston, New York, and Hong Kong. Plus they're building new lounges in Las Vegas, Phoenix, Arizona, Philadelphia, and San Diego. And as well, for all my fellow travel hackers, you'll get global entry and TSA credit after you swipe using the Chase Sapphire Reserve. Now, aside from what I mentioned, I use the Chase Sapphire Reserve the most for its 3x back on food and dining. Plus, I no longer pay for car rental insurance when on vacation because when I pay for car rentals with the Chase Sapphire Reserve credit card, I'm protected with auto rental collision damage waiver, which provides a reimbursement for up to $75,000 for theft and collision damage for car rentals, and the coverage is primary, meaning I don't have to go through my personal car insurance first. Every single time that I rent a car when I'm on vacation, car insurance is roughly around $30 per day. Now, if I rent a car, say 20 days a year when on vacation, that's a $600 value by just having this card alone. And since I get 3x back on food and dining, last year alone, I spent over $5,000 per year on just this one card, and that wasn't even for the full year. So we were able to get back an additional 15,000 points just by swiping for food and dining with the Chase Sapphire Reserve. Now, there are far more benefits that are attached to this credit card, but let's go ahead and move on to the cost of the Chase Sapphire Reserve. What are the costs of the Chase Sapphire Reserve and how to reduce it? Now, the Chase Sapphire Reserve comes with an annual fee of $550, and I believe that's Chase's most expensive credit card when it comes to annual fees. Now, online, I hear and read a lot of people complaining about the $550 annual fee with the Chase Sapphire Reserve, but in my opinion, those people who are complaining are the glass half empty type of people. And the reason why I say that, because let's do the math. With the $300 annual travel credit with the Chase Sapphire Reserve, that brings down the annual fee to $250. The $15 monthly Instacart credit, which adds up to $180 per year, further brings down the annual fee to $70. And when traveling, airport lounges traditionally cost $50 to get in. So all you have to do is go twice when traveling, and that more than justifies the annual fee alone. Now for added bonus and value, of course we can add in the car rental insurance waiver, the global entry and pre-TSA credit, the Lyft and Instacart membership, and all of the point accumulation with this credit card. So if you actually maximize the use of this credit card, the benefits alone far exceed the $550 annual fee that comes with the Chase Sapphire Reserve. However, if you get this credit card and you don't do much with it, then I would recommend that you downgrade after the first year from the Chase Sapphire Reserve to the Chase Sapphire Preferred that has an annual fee of $95. Or if you don't want any annual fee whatsoever, then you could also downgrade to the Chase Freedom Flex, which has 5x back as far as points on rotating categories every 3 months. Let's talk about what I dislike about the Chase Sapphire Reserve. So it does cost $75 to add an authorized user to this credit card. Not horrible, but it does cost when most other credit cards don't cost any money when it comes to adding on an authorized user. Now, adding an authorized user does come in handy when you're trying to help somebody either fix their credit or qualify for higher limit credit cards, because when you add somebody to your Chase Sapphire Reserve, it traditionally comes with a higher limit of $5,000 or more. So the authorized user that you add on to this account will come in handy if you're trying to help somebody either fix their credit or qualify for higher limit credit cards, because the Chase Sapphire Reserve has a starting limit of $5,000. So if you're new to credit and you want this card, chances are that you're not going to get accepted for this credit card unless you have a really good relationship with Chase Bank. And what I mean by relationship is you have either money in the bank in the tune of $5,000 to $10,000 or more in a Chase checking or savings account, or you have a decently high direct deposit that is getting deposited into a Chase Bank account every bi-week or every month. However, if you are new to credit and you really want this credit card, I would recommend that you start with the Chase Freedom Rise, because you'll be able to get your foot in the door with Chase, and that is actually Chase's entry-level credit card when it comes to extending credit in an unsecured fashion. The cool thing about the Chase Rise is that, again, it's unsecured and you could request a credit limit increase every 6 months after you get accepted for the card. All links to credit cards mentioned in this video will be in the description box below. Now, the last thing I dislike about this credit card is it's very tedious, but since the card is metal, it makes it very difficult to take out of my phone wallet case because it doesn't really have any give. It doesn't really bend. Typically plastic cards, they bend, but metal, they don't really bend. And another thing I dislike about this credit card is that it's starting to peel and it's starting to kind of come apart. I don't know if you could see it, but anyways, the plastic covering is coming apart from the metal component because it looks like there's 2 pieces to this actual card, or possibly even 3 pieces. And this is tedious stuff that doesn't really matter because I can always order a new one at no additional cost. But those are just some of the things that I dislike about this Chase Sapphire Reserve. But as far as the benefits are really solid with this Chase Sapphire Reserve, especially if you could justify that $550 annual fee. All right, so let's talk about how to travel hack with the Chase Sapphire Reserve. Okay, so if you're not hip to travel hacking is a way to subsidize the cost of traveling by using credit cards like the Chase Sapphire Reserve and the points or cash back that it comes with in order to either extend your stay or pay for your trip entirely, making it 100% free. Now, most people, when they get accepted for the Chase Sapphire Reserve, they just look at the sign-up bonus, which is 60,000 points. And then after they accumulate those 60,000 points and then use them, they kind of park the card to the side and never really use it again. However, I highly recommend that you put this credit card into your daily spend rotation because, again, it gets 3x back on food and 1x back on everything else. And with those points that you accumulate, you'll then be able to transfer those points to other travel partners via the Chase Sapphire Reserve. Here's a current list of Chase's travel partners. For airlines, you have Aer Lingus, Air Canada, British Airways, Emirates, Air France, Iberia, JetBlue, Singapore Airlines, Southwest, United Airlines, and Virgin. For hotels, you have IHG properties, which are going to be Hilton, Holiday Inn, and Intercontinental, just to name a few. And you also have Marriott and Hyatt. Now, last year alone, my wife and I were able to spend about $20,000 on this one credit card. And for spending that $20,000, we got back over 100,000 Chase points. Now, yes, that did include the sign-up bonus of 6,000 points, but we paid 0 in interest on this credit card and still got back over 100,000 points. And with those points, we were able to stay at places like Andaz in New York, or Park Hyatt in SoCal, and even Hyatt Regency across the street from Waikiki Beach. So if you're into the idea of free or extended vacations, please don't sleep on the Chase Sapphire Reserve because it's a great credit card with a tremendous amount of value. Okay, so we touched on this a little bit before, but let's just go over it again a little bit more in detail. What you'll need on your credit profile in order to get a 100% application approval. First, let's talk about trade lines. Now, trade lines are credit accounts that are reporting on your credit report. Whether it's a credit card that's referred to as a revolving account on your credit report, or whether it's a car loan or student loan that's referred to as an installment loan on that same credit report, you'll need at least 3 trade lines reporting for 6 months or longer on your credit profile in order to have the best chances of getting approved for this credit card. Now, these trade lines should be from tier 1 or tier 2 banks like Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and American Express, just to name a few. But you should at least strive to have 2 credit cards and 1 installment loan that are reporting on your credit report for 6 months or longer in order to feel confident. And those trade lines, again, need to be from a tier 1 or tier 2 bank. And to add, the credit card limits and installment loan should be greater than $5,000 or more, because that's going to show the bank that you can handle $5,000 or more as far as a credit limit. And that's very important because the Chase Sapphire Reserve has a starting credit card limit of $5,000 or more. Now, I know this is beginner stuff that you may already know, but please bear with me because some people need to hear this. Now, since the minimum starting balance or starting credit card limit on the Chase Sapphire Reserve is $5,000, you'll either need some collateral or some payment history. Now, speaking of credit history, if you have something called a 1 × 12, which simply means that you have one 30-day late payment in the past 12 months, I wouldn't apply for this credit card. Also, if you have any charge-offs or collections or bankruptcies, at least within the past 6 to 12 to 24 months on your credit report, I wouldn't apply for this credit card. However, if you have 3 positive trade lines with a credit card limit, or I guess maybe an installment loan starting limit of $5,000 or more that is reporting on your credit report for 6 months or longer, and you have 0 inquiries in the past 3 to 6 months from Experian as well as TransUnion, then I would feel confident in you applying. All right, well, that's my 1-year review with the Chase Sapphire Reserve. I hope you got some value out of this video, and if you did, do me a favor and drop an emoji in the comment section below. Now, I plan on keeping this card for another year because it does have a tremendous amount of value. So if I do keep this card for another year, I will make another video just like this. And if you want to catch that video, do me a favor and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss that video. And thank you so much for being a great supporter of this channel. If you have any questions, feel free and drop them in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video as well too. Other than that, I will see you on the next one. Peace.